So throughout the day, we all have these cycles of energy and engagement, and then moving back and forth with that into quiet and centered stillness. And to just take note of that and to be aware of the organizing energy, like during a morning work meeting, the goodwill that goes into that, the generosity that goes into volunteering to do something. Then we move back into a moment of stillness before the work period. And through the day we have the opportunity to engage with wholesome intention, good thoughts, interest in supporting each other. Keeping an eye out for each other is very important, particularly on a day like this. Lots happening, probably some unpredictable things coming into our awareness, and just to maintain a sense of how can I help, what can I do to be of service, how can I be there for somebody else. And then just to settle back into the peacefulness of the mind when we have a moment, standing in the parking lot and nobody's coming, move back into that sense of stillness. Quality of all-around awareness, so that we're aware of the circumstances and can respond appropriately. And when there's no response needed, we just move back into peaceful awareness. I just was recollecting a time many years ago. I spent some time at Bodhiwana in Australia, and there's something that Ajahn mentioned, just sticks in my mind. He was describing Ajahn Dan, who had just been there for a visit before I got there, and Ajahn was noticing how Ajahn Dan's sense of presence and need for engagement was so fluid and just right there that if somebody was talking to him, you could just see his attention focus and be fully with whatever was happening, responding, and being right there. And that as soon as the conversation ended, you could just sense this internal withdrawal back to just awareness and receiving, rather than moving out in any direction. And that it was a very fluid, very spontaneous kind of natural motion of the mind. So that image, even though I wasn't there, that image has always stuck with me. How good it is to be able to just drop the engagement when it's done and pick it up when it's needed, but to abide in that sense of centered stillness throughout the whole time. So just to keep that in mind as we end the morning session here, bow, go up and do the dishes, and then begin our day, just to keep that sense of all-around awareness with us all the time. For the morning.